This project should feel different because every client is. Today, I'm sharing the part of the process you typically don't see, the construction phase. Come on in. They hired me to revamp and design the first floor. The family room is already completed and finished, but everything else in the downstairs. The sweeping stairwell is so much a part of the overall feel of the house. It had drywall before, and there was like this funky wall right there, so I just completely opened it all up. There was the old turned traditional pickets that I got rid of. We're gonna do a wrought iron and a really sleek, simple handrail. So this is just gonna be your moment as you walk in with a really cool table with some florals for the height, elevated, timeless, classic wrought iron. I take many risks in design all the time, but the risk of forcing something into a space is usually for emphasis or focus and nothing more. Sometimes it's for an overwhelm, sometimes it's to be the weird thing, sometimes it's to be the interesting thing, and that's all good and fine. But if there's something that is just in a space to be in the space without an aesthetic reason or a function, or it's not adding to the design, then that's the first thing I would edit. I don't try to fit things in if there's not a real purpose. So we're gonna have a viewing area, still a sectional, a really cool mod, curved sofa with the piano right here. Before, there was a wall till about here, a big arch that was kind of floating in space, and it's gone now. And this was the dining room with the chandelier hanging from the middle. We added recessed cans in here. We're adding a chandelier in here. This is gonna be a bar, cool 6-foot wide bar, and a wine fridge. And then this dining room I converted to the kitchen. So as you walk in, this will be covered with copper. I'm really excited about that. We built this wall to go all the way up and have this moment here because as you walk in, the kitchen just got twice the size. Before there was a wall here, it's gone. Move this wall back. You can see where the wall was before. I've gotten rid of a lot of the things that were making it feel a very segmented space. This is the fridge wall, breakfast area with appliances here behind cabinetry. Now notice we're in the drywall phase now. So as you can see, wherever there is water, the main sink, the fridge, I always put green board behind. So in case there's a flood, I'm trying to be preemptive, proactive. So you're not only just using the regular fiberboard, you're using a waterproof membrane. So your triangle is the main sink, stove, fridge. But there's 2 islands here, multiple kids in the family, so they can have charging stations at each of the islands and be able to have counter seats. Here we have everything kind of spilling out. Imagine a family of 5 in a really tiny postage stamp size kitchen. It just wasn't working. They have the banquet seating here, which is where everybody eats and hangs out. I asked the client, I said, do you really want to forego your dining room? And they're like, we never use it. And I have to say, like, I don't use mine. The pantry under the stairs, it's difficult to manage and figure out the best use of space, but we came up with a plan where it's gonna feel a lot more functional. So from that, then I designed aesthetically how it's gonna look. Every part of the process is super, super important and built for me to get the client to go function first. I truly believe that design should feel easy. Because function is so important to me in a space, the ease of the flow, so important and essential. It's almost like a luxury in a space because you want to feel as you're floating through life like, oh, that was easy. I didn't have to think about it. I knew intrinsically where I need to go next. That can happen if it's functionally designed correctly. And I'm all about function first, aesthetic second, but still just as good. We also did the powder room, which is the powder / guest bath. And we really made it feel like it's different, like a powder, like, oh wow, walk in here. But we also know that it's a guest room that their son actually uses every morning. So it works really hard and looks really good. Here is the tile in the bathroom. We went with this mustard, just ooey gooey caramel color, which I absolutely love. We have the travertine because I'm telling you, travertine is back. It's in this star and cross pattern. What we did on the walls is a 2x2 and a 4x4. So you have a 2x2, 4x4s, 2x2, 4x4s. It adds some interest so it just doesn't feel like a zillage shower. So I like to do ledges. What I want to do is give someone enough space to have all their products on this, architectural element. Perfection, I think, is one of those words you don't really want to use, right? I think I was a perfectionist for so long, and then I had 3 kids, and that had to go out of the window for all those reasons. I think perfectionism in design just doesn't exist, and I think if things are too perfect, it's not interesting. Perfectionism is there, but not the goal. It's just the standard of excellence and the expectation of pushing things, and then it can be perfect. Go somewhere, buy the art. If the art doesn't match, great, it's perfect because it's yours. It doesn't have to be perfect for everybody else. It has to be perfect to you. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me in this space. See you next time.